EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be the Dragons of Houston taking on the Condors of Rio de Janeiro. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, it's going to be a dangerous team come January. And he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
22 yards there, a 1st down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
They'll run on 1st down. Long. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st down,
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Touchdown! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dragons are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule.
It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, you've been all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man?
On 1st down, it's long, gets past one man, and a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. It's long, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So this game of our, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. I got nothing after that try.
Yeah, don't even try.
I mean, he tried it from the parking lot. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll run on first down. Long. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Lawrence will throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try again. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Looking to throw and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. Houston set to take over. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now out comes Houston. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 13-yard line.
Now back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And we know all about the importance of this ball game. Sure, we're still just in the middle part of the season, but this one you feel could have ramifications down the line.
Right now you're looking at these two teams as being the number 1 and 2 seeds in the NFC, and I know it's a little early to start worrying about seeding and such, but let's face it, if these two meet again, the winner of this game could be the one hosting that game that they play down the road.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First down, Dragons.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
First down, Dragons.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Now Lawrence on first down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons are able to add on to their first half lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Rio offense set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Getting set. On first down, Lawrence. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Campbell making the catch. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes...
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Condors are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Houston's offense taking over again. And Charles, still a long way to go in the season. We know that. But as it stands, these are your top 2 seeds in the AFC. So I ask you, is this a potential AFC championship preview?
Brandon, I need you to get me a fence and a saddle because I'm about to ride that bad boy because I think there's so many good teams in the AFC. Maybe we could look at like 3 games a weekend and say, this could be an AFC championship preview.
So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
17-yard line.
Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Lawrence steps away to his left. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Fields. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. From midfield now, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Lawrence going to throw again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down, Houston.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Lawrence will throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. Let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to.
And Guy's man is caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dragons extend their lead yet again. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Rio offense set to take over. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
That's a gain of 7.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Alexander. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start out with an AFC East matchup between Buffalo and the New York Jets. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. The Bills locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've...
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. 2nd and 4. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Looking to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team...
There he goes, right side. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Houston set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So possession goes over here on the punt. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Lawrence running right on the option. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. It's long. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now that sets up 3rd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And now here is another interception. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Oh, what a... And the ball is knocked out. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's long, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Houston.
Now a handoff up the middle. Long, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Up the middle they go. It's long. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Lawrence will throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Rio offense set to take over. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Campbell making the catch. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down at a yard.
At the 47.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Alexander. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He gets it complete to Harris. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Back to throw here. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 2nd down, it's long. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 140 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down now. It's long. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is.